Have you ever been in the market for a Canadian who role plays as a conservative American and some random guy who really wants to role play as a vet but couldn't actually be a veteran because he punched a cop and got arrested for it? Have you ever been in the market for the two of those types of personalities to team up like the Avengers and come together and write the anthem of modern conservatism? Well, you're in luck. Tom MacDonald has crawled from the shadows, has crawled from the depths of ignorance, team up with Adam Calhoun, who I barely know anything about, don't really care to know much more than what I do know, to write a song entitled Your America. If you know anything about Tom MacDonald, he's kind of a poser. He's a Canadian, moved to LA about 10 years ago because he wants to be, a conservative Eminem? So pretty much Adam Calhoun and Tom MacDonald came together and created this entire song with the message of nothing. This song sucks. I mean, I'm not the arbiter of what is good and what's not good music. I mean, sure, this sounds like a song because it has music, but by no means would I genuinely consider this art or would I consider this meaningful. The thing is that this is just it's a song meant to make people mad. It's not like this is, trying to bring the world together. There's not a thing that I hear in the song that is worthwhile. This is, in terms of trying to induce a conversation, this is nothing. This is literally just rapid fire conservative talk points. That's literally what this is.
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason. If you don't feel safe, then stop defunding the policemen. You calling us extremists because our words have hurt your feelings, and we're sorry we can't hear you over the sound of our freedom.
They're screaming that they hate America and we're the reason.
He's already annoying. He thinks he's funny. He thinks he's peak conservative comedy, I guess. I don't even want to talk about the not feeling safe, then stop defunding the police line, because wow, is that just completely missing the point. You're calling us extremists because our words hurt your feelings? No, we're calling people who are, trying to overthrow the government based off of lies. We're calling those people extremists. No, it's not feelings being hurt. It's threats to the fabric of our institutions. Sorry, we can't hear you over our freedom. That is la 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 if I've ever heard it. This is a grown man acting like a child already, and we're only 14 seconds in.
Y'all been filling up our classrooms with drag queens for kids. We think it's not appropriate, you tell us that it is. The complexities of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his.
He's talking about filling up the classroom with drag queens for kids. Obviously, the next line kind of ties into it. We say it's inappropriate. You say that it is. Like, okay, would you be upset if a straight woman was teaching your class? Or would you be upset if a straight man was teaching a class of kids, or somebody who was not outwardly expressive of themselves? Because, that's literally what drag queens come down to, is an expression of themselves. And then he says the complexities of gender and children won't ever mix when there's school shootings by women whose pronouns are him, his. So this is like talking about the shooting in Nashville, the Covenant Christian School shooting that was done by a transgender man. Let's just cover the latter part first, where you're citing one event out of the hundreds of shootings that have happened so far. When you talk about school shootings, it's literally been just like white dudes, like literally just white dudes, maybe a couple of minorities. So now back to your other point, when you say the complexities of gender and children won't ever mix. Yeah, so are you saying that there shouldn't be gendered bathrooms in general for children, or what? Because if you're trying to say that it's too complex and it should be simplified for kids, then you're acknowledging that gender is not so straightforward, but it should be dumbed down for kids.
I'm not Republican, but keep it 100, they making sense. The most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. I think Black Lives Matter, they think white lives matter less. And LGBTQ turned into WTF. Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against the liberal, but the people representing you are communists and criminals. They've been starting World War III, we shipping missiles still. They don't want America great, they want it miserable.
Okay, even more to unpack there. I kind of let it go for a second because, again, shock statements, nothing really being said here. But he does start talking about ideologies and political parties and representation. So let's focus in on that for a second, right? So the first thing he says is, I'm not Republican, but I keep it 100. They're making sense that the most destructive ideologies are coming from the left. Like what? Liberalism is about being open-minded. It's about being willing to change the norms, not willing to just accept the things as they are. The Republicans and the conservatives are essentially trying to snuff out the flame of progress. Any ideas that they just, they hear once and they're like, oh, that's dumb. I don't want an explanation. Move on. Bye. Are you saying that liberals or the left or the Democrats are trying to destroy the norms? Because norms are meant to be challenged. They're not meant to stay static. The moment they stay static is when progress stops. You want norms to not be challenged. Let's not try to understand anything else about the human psyche. Let's not try to expand our presence in the universe. Let's just stop trying to colonize other planets. Let's stop studying science. Let's stop studying even religion. So yeah, all right, fine. You want to be conservative? Let's stop everything. No more being progressive, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I could just hear, I can hear the but. Said he thinks Black Lives Matter. They think white lives matter less. Again, mischaracterizing an argument. And then he says an LGBTQ turned into WTF. He's blatantly admitting he just doesn't understand the LGBTQ community. And that's okay, if you don't understand it, but you can't just demonize something because you don't understand it. And I have a strong feeling you try to say that these people are pretty problematic. And then the next four lines are, Dear Democrats, I don't have nothing against a liberal, but the people representing you are communist and criminal. What? Sure, if you want to say that there are some Democrats who are criminals, go ahead and keep that list going. Go ahead and name your Republican representatives that you believe are to be criminal, unless you just happen to think that anyone who's not a Republican is criminal, and therefore you have selective perspective. Well, you have nothing against the liberal, but literally right before it, you say that LGBTQ turned into WTF. You say that the left has the most destructive ideologies. What about that says, I don't have anything against liberals? To me, sounds like you have something against liberals. So, they've been starting World War III. We shipping missiles still. You don't understand what's going on. They don't want America great. They want it miserable. If I had $1 for every time that someone tried to claim that liberals want to destroy America or the Democrats are wanting to destroy America, I would be as rich as the people that you're talking about. That's a nothing statement. It's a shock statement. You're making no argument there. You're just saying this because you want people to be like, oh yeah, I don't understand the conversation, but you know what? The left, they're destroying America. They don't want it good. They want it to be bad. They don't want it to be good because what I believe is good. They believe bad stuff. So they want to make America bad. That is just stupid. Just all around. So
you can try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs till you're dizzy. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive. I got my First Amendment, don't forget I got the second. It's not your America.
He says you could try to burn down the city, scream at the top of your lungs until you're dizzy. Well, okay. Clearly that's referencing the fact that liberals have been more willing to turn protests into riots because of anger and frustration with, a lot. Human rights. Sorry. Yeah, people are willing to do stuff like that to get equal rights, equal protection under law. You can cancel everything and everybody in it, but it's not your America. Okay. First off, shut the up. Shut up about canceling. Just stop. Literally stop. Just stop. I'm so overly tired of conservatives acting like canceling is such a liberal thing to do. Just look at Bud Light, look at Target. That's all I have to say because you know what's happened. That is literally canceling. You're just mad that it's a different word than boycott, but even whenever people use the word boycott, you just decide that it's they need to sit down and shut up and just live with it. That's a nothing statement. It means nothing. My favorite part of this entire song, It's Not Your America. So, it kind of is. I'm a U.S. citizen, naturally born U.S. citizen too. When it comes to, voting and stuff, I have a say. You're Canadian. You can get dual citizenship. I don't know if you have, but if you haven't, then you're just kind of screaming from the back and telling the bus driver how to drive. I'm not saying you don't have a voice because you do, and you're clearly using it. That's just arrogance. Your statement is arrogance. Now, for Adam Calhoun to say that, come on, dude. Listen, I get it. You wanted to fight for the country. You couldn't. You are trying to fight for the country vocally. You're voicing your opinions. You're doing everything you can to stand up for what you believe in. Sure, go for it. It's our America. So you're going to have to deal with it because it's our America. I feel it's safe to say that people don't want to necessarily be subjected to religious beliefs if they aren't subscribed to that religion, in terms of putting these religious beliefs into law, such as banning abortion, because the religious value of life begins before conception. That's just not morally how the whole world sees it or how the whole country sees it. That's kind of subjecting the rest of the country to your religious morality. You can burn the flag, get aggressive. Yeah, you can. That's called the First Amendment. Texas v. Johnson already covered this. You can wear a mask and pretend you're progressive, misrepresenting an argument. Apparently, it's progressive to care about people, so that's interesting. I got my First Amendment. Don't forget I got the second. Okay, cool. So, quasi-threat. Sure. Followed by, it's not your America. Let's hear what Adam has to say.
I'm hearing words I never heard in life. Kids go to school to learn, never make it back home, they get murdered. Like, who's concerned? Not the left or the right. Hope you're ready for the fight. Coming to your front door tonight. The former president got arrested. The current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Kids.
Okay, so right off the bat, I gotta give Adam credit. He's much more tame in terms of like not just saying a bunch of crap and hoping to cause a stir. So he says he's hearing words he's never heard in his life. We all, that's learning vocabulary, Adam. Learning as we grow, not only as humans, but as a society, we are learning as we grow what things are and what they mean. Then he said kids go to school to learn, never make it back home, they get murdered. Like, who's concerned? Not the left or the right. Valid. Very valid. Adam, listen, drop the not the left or the right, because everyone is concerned about this. The only people who are not getting anything done is Congress. People do care about this. I'm very happy to see that we can agree on that. But then he says, hope you're ready for the fight coming to your front door tonight. My guy, please don't. I have work in the morning. It's not that serious. I know you're being constantly fed this narrative that it's serious, but I promise you it's not. You think your kids are being targeted, but they're not. You think your rights are being targeted, but they're not. If anything, look, the biggest issue that we have nowadays is capitalism kind of sucks, and we need people to kind of address the shortcomings of capitalism if we want to save capitalism in this country. And then we also don't want, an overextension of religious beliefs to seep into our government more than they already are, what you call religious persecution. So I don't want to be subjected to your beliefs. We have general standards that are already derived from Judeo-Christian background. Let's just agree to keep it there. You say the former president got arrested, the current one lost, but I guess he got elected. Yeah, he didn't lose. I don't know what to tell you there. Yeah, and the former president is getting arrested now 4 times. Homie literally took an angry mob and said, no, you, and threw him at Congress. So
Get molested, pedophiles all get protected, and you can kill a baby anytime if you're pregnant. People so weak, feel free to take a knee, and you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree. I don't even know what virtual signaling means. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. Divide us up, I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for when shit hits the fan. And how the woman of the year is a man, I'm pretty sure I never really understand.
your line is kids get, pedophiles all get protected, and you can kill a baby anytime if you're pregnant. You're talking about a lot of different things here. Kids do suffer SA all the time, and it's a problem, that one that needs to be taken seriously. I promise you, a lot of people agree with you there. That's a problem. Pedophiles getting protected. Yeah, again, not okay. I've already gone over abortion. I'm not going to explain it again. Misrepresenting an argument. You say people so weak, feel free to take a knee. Is this you in support of the whole Colin Kaepernick situation? And you can't even speak, God forbid you disagree. What are you doing right now? You're literally writing a song. You're voicing your opinion, and you're voicing your disagreement. What? I don't understand your point, because there is no point. I don't even know what virtue signaling means. Point for honesty. You should just Google it, though. Young men used to fight wars, now they make memes. I'm kind of curious, is that the point you meant to make? Feels like you're trying to slide in like some sort of jab at the younger generation of guys. To do that, you're making fun of them making memes? I don't know. Interesting narrative, but okay, sure. Divide us up. I'm pretty sure that's the plan. Got a gun in my hand for when the crap hits the fan. Relax. So dividing us up, I'll hear that argument, but I don't think that we would agree on where we're divided, or where they're like trying to divide us and why. the working class is the biggest class, the working blue collar class, the people who go to work 9 to 5 every day, sometimes 9 to 9 or 5 to 5, I mean, yeah, it's not really like Democrats versus Republicans or conservatives against liberals. But when it comes to, arguing and stuff, if you have a gun in your hand for when crap hits the fan, you know what? Cool. You're expressing your freedoms, I guess, but you just, I mean, person to person, American to American, not you, Tom MacDonald. You just live here and you, want to make a scene. I'm just saying, just relax. And then you ask, and how is a woman of the year a man? But then, you follow up your question with, I'm pretty sure I'll never really understand. Okay, that's fine. We're learning. We're understanding that gender is not so black and white. If you want to understand, your biggest hurdle is going to be understanding that there's a difference between gender and sex, but minus points for no argument.
To blame. You're the ones who riot till the city's up in flames. You told us we've been spreading lies, but you believe the truth is on the news every night. You told us we gotta stop the fighting, but you're the ones who keep the country angry and divided. You told us we're crazier than you, but all of our conspiracy theories are coming true.
Okay, well, that's the end of the song, and then they're pretty much just trying to say, like, you know what, you're pointing all these fingers at us, but Uno reverse, it's on you. But their points are moot. You told us we're the ones to blame, but you're the ones who riot till the city's up in flames. One's to blame about what? Right? Okay, so if you're talking about destroying cities, sure, but you already have expressed how you don't understand how protesting works and turning into violence, turning into riots. So then they say that you told us we're spreading lies, but you believe the truth is on the news every night. No, the proof is in the pudding. Go read these indictments, go read these charges, look at the January 6th committee, which was an entire congressional committee with the funding of the U.S. government to investigate Donald Trump's culpability in the January 6th insurrection. I mean, that you can buy a book now of their findings. If you're mad about them making a book, well, I'm sorry, but that's capitalism and name of the game. You told us we got to stop the fighting, but you're the ones who keep the country angry and divided. No, hello. When we say that there's systemic racism, when we say that guns are a problem in terms of deaths, for especially children, I guess that is keeping the country angry and divided. When we say that the former president lost the election, I mean, you're just in denial at this point. If you're saying that there's proof that he won the election or that the election was stolen, you're lying to yourself. Or the people who are telling you this stuff are lying to you. But yeah, sure. We keep everything angry and divided because we don't know how to concede elections. We're the ones talking about how we have guns in our hands ready for when stuff hits the fan, Sure. You told us we're crazier than you, but all of our conspiracy theories are coming true. What? That's a shock phrase. Like, no, literally no. What conspiracy theories? So anyways, yeah, that is the song. It's not good. I will wrap all of this up by saying this is not a good song. It doesn't tell the story that they're trying to tell. It's basically like a picture book. The pictures are empty statements, empty catch-all phrases that don't mean anything. So anyways, yeah. So again, Tom MacDonald sucks. Adam Calhoun, you didn't really represent yourself too well here, but honestly, you didn't really say anything too crazy. So I'm going to give you like a neutral 5 out of 10. Tom MacDonald, you get a 0 because you suck. Till next time. Peace.